You ever hear that rule when you're camping alone? Don't go toward anything that wasn't there the day before. Yeah, I didn't follow that rule, and I wish I had. This story comes from a backpacker named Ray. Quiet guy, mid-30s. Hiked solo, vlogged everything. Had one of those small channels. A few hundred subscribers, mostly other hikers and gearheads. His last video? Yeah, it never got uploaded. It was found on his GoPro, in the dirt, camera still on, battery at 2%, buried under a thin bed of pine needles like someone tried to hide it, or maybe bury it alive. Ray started a 4-day loop through Olympic National Park, dense, beautiful, and easy to get lost if you wander too far off trail. His first 2 days went like clockwork. Clean footage, cheerful commentary, no signs of trouble. But on day 3, things shifted. At 4:46 p.m., the camera picks up something strange. Ray pans across the clearing near his camp, and off in the distance, maybe 100 yards away, there's a tent, bright red, full dome, modern style. But here's the thing. He hadn't seen it before. The night before, that part of the clearing was empty. He even filmed it. No tent, no gear, nothing. Ray sounds confused, nervous but trying to play it off. We've got a new neighbor, I guess. Must have hiked in late, he says, zooming in. But the closer he zooms, the more off the tent looks. No tracks, no camping gear, no smoke, no food bags, nothing. Just a tent, perfectly zipped, sitting dead still, even though the trees around it sway in the breeze. That night, at 2:13 a.m., the camera is recording from inside Ray's tent. You can hear wind, an owl, then the sound like fabric rustling, close. Ray unzips his tent, the night vision kicks in, and that's when you see it. The red tent is now right next to his, like 10 feet away. Ray whispers, "What the hell?" and steps outside barefoot, filming the tent. Still no signs of life. He circles it slowly, reaches for the zipper, pauses, then pulls it open. Empty, nothing inside. But the floor looks slept in, like someone had just been there. Or maybe still was. At 2:19 a.m., the camera glitches. There's static, a loud low hum, like bees inside your skull. And that silence, like the forest held its breath. When the footage resumes, it's morning, bright, birds chirping. The camera is on the ground, tilted sideways. There's no sign of Ray, no sign of his tent. And the red one? Gone. Just pine needles. Flattened grass where the 2 tents had been. And about 10 feet away, the camera, partially buried, still recording. Search and rescue comb the area. No signs of struggle. No signs of wildlife. Nothing. Ray's name is on the missing persons list now, right alongside a few others who vanished in the same region over the past decade. Most of them, solo hikers. Most of them, never found. Some folks online think the red tent is a lure, a trap, something not meant to be noticed until it's too late. Like a fisherman casting a bright lure into a still lake. So next time you're out there, in the deep woods, and you see a tent that wasn't there before, don't approach it, don't touch it. And whatever you do, don't look at the red tent. You ever go deep enough into the woods that your phone gives up? No bars, no GPS, just silence and wind through trees older than your whole family line. That's where this happened. Boundary Waters, northern Minnesota. Real remote, close to Canada. You can hike for miles and not see another soul for days. It was a weekend trip. 4 friends, all ex-college buddies. Zach, Troy, Mel, and Jason. They were cautious, smart, They packed light, stayed on trail, left their route with a park ranger. And for communication, they brought walkie-talkies, basic ones, short range, a few channels, mostly for safety. The first 2 nights were uneventful. Campfires, whiskey, ghost stories, the usual. But on the 3rd night, something changed. Mel was the first to notice. She was sitting near the fire, flipping through channels on her walkie. Bored. Static. And then, click at channel 3. And this voice came through. A whisper. A real whisper. Not like someone speaking softly, but like it was right up against the mic. Wet. Breathy. "We see you. Come closer." Mel froze. Thought maybe it was a prank, but she played it for the others. And when they all tuned in, same thing. Same message. Repeating. Every 30 seconds. Jason started recording on his phone. You can still find the video online if you dig around. It's just a dark clearing, the edge of the tent visible, and that voice crackling in from the walkie every half minute like clockwork. "We see you. Come closer." They tried changing channels. Nothing. Only channel 3 had anything, and it wasn't dropping signal. No breaks. Just looped whispering, like it knew they were listening. Then they saw it. On the edge of the tree line. A figure. Just pacing back and forth, barely visible, no flashlight, no reflective gear, just a silhouette. Thin, wrong somehow. Like the joints were off. Like its arms bent a little too far the wrong way. Zach shouted. Jason approached with the flashlight. And that's when the figure stopped. Dead still. They yelled again. Asked if it was another camper, a lost hiker. Nothing. Not even a head turn. Then, in unison, all 4 walkies screamed, full static, deafening. And over it, not a whisper anymore, but a low, grinding voice came the same line. "We see you. Come closer." Jason threw his walkie into the woods. Mel started crying. They backed into the tent, zipped it shut, didn't sleep, just sat there, listening to footsteps circling. Slow, deliberate, crunching pine needles, twigs. Always just beyond the light. At dawn, it was gone. No tracks, no signs of anyone. They packed up and hiked 6 miles straight back to the car without stopping. Didn't talk, didn't eat, just moved. That video Jason took, it's all shaky after the voice. But you can hear the footsteps. You can see the shadow at the edge, and right before the footage cuts, there's a second, just one, where the camera pans left and something blinks. 2 pale dots, reflective, like eyes. Too high up for a deer, too far apart for a man. Rangers never found anything. No other groups were out there that night. No broadcasts on emergency channels. Nothing should have been on Channel 3. Now, whenever I go camping, I leave the walkie at home. Because if you ever hear that voice, if you ever stumble onto Channel 3, don't answer it. Don't even listen. Just turn it off. And for God's sake, don't come closer. They say the Appalachian Trail can mess with your head. All that silence, that damp fog, the way the woods seem to breathe when the wind dies down. People hike it to find themselves, but sometimes something else finds them first. This footage, the one I'm about to tell you about, came from a guy named Ben. Early 30s, ex-military, weekend solo hiker. He liked the solitude. He liked filming his hikes for his YouTube channel. Nothing fancy, just helmet cam, occasional commentary, trail updates. But his last video, it's different. It's the one that made him disappear. Ben hit the trail just north of Asheville, in a stretch of forest known for sudden fog. Locals call it the Gray Ribbon. Whole valleys vanish in seconds. You can be 10 feet from someone and not even know it. The footage starts like normal. Ben's breathing, boots crunching wet leaves. He's making good time. Around 2:40 p.m., visibility drops fast. This thick swallowing fog rolls in like someone draped the mountains in wet cotton. He mutters into the mic. That came in quick. Can't see 20 feet now. Then up ahead. Movement. From the mist, a figure appears. Another hiker. Male. Tall. Wearing a grey hoodie and old school pack. No headlamp, no trekking poles. Just walking slow, steady, straight toward Ben. Ben does what anyone would. He raises a hand and waves. Hey man. The other hiker doesn't react, doesn't wave, doesn't even blink, just keeps walking. Ben laughs it off, says something like, all right, silent type, huh? But his voice shakes a little. The strange hiker passes within 6 feet. The camera turns slightly as Ben tracks him over his shoulder. And here's the part that'll stick with you. The figure doesn't fade in the fog, doesn't blur. Every edge, every detail, crystal clear, even as he walks away. Like the mist doesn't touch him, like he doesn't belong in it. When Ben gets back to camp that night, he replays the footage. He slows it down, frame by frame. The guy never blinks, not once. His face, pale, wrong, like something trying to look human, but missing the mark. He sends the clip to a friend with editing software. Says something's bugging him. That was the last message anyone got from Ben. His tent was found 2 days later. Unzipped, food untouched, back inside. No signs of a struggle. But his helmet cam, still running, battery at 2%. Sitting outside the tent, pointed at the woods. At the edge of the frame, right before the video ends, a figure, just standing there. Same grey hoodie, same stillness. Rangers reviewed the footage. No other hikers were registered within 50 miles that day. No signs anyone else had been on that trail in over a week. Locals were the first to see it. Quiet, like they were afraid he'd hear. Fogman? They say he walks the trail when it's thick with mist. That he shows up to those who wander alone, tired and too deep in their own thoughts. Some say he's a spirit. Others, something older. Something that wears the idea of a man like a mask. You don't hear his voice. You don't feel his breath. And you never, ever see him blink. So next time you're hiking and the fog starts creeping in thick, keep your head down. Stay on the trail. And if someone comes walking out of the mist, someone too clear, too calm, don't wave. Because if he sees you, you're already his.